So, one piece of advice that I might give you as you're thinking about taking this master student approach to studying history is to start from what I sometimes will call 30,000 feet, right? If you're up in a plane and you're looking down, you see a big picture. And then if as you get closer to the ground and you land, you're going to see things in clearer detail, but you have a big picture when you start. So that's what I'm going to call from 30,000 feet. And I also liken this to solving a puzzle. If I gave you a puzzle, a box, and I said to you, here, solve it, well, you wouldn't just dump out all the pieces and start trying to put them together. One of the first things that you would do is you would look at the box and look at the picture to get a sense of what is this puzzle that you're putting together. And sometimes our teachers do that in history, and sometimes they just give us 5 or 6 puzzle pieces and start putting it together. But one of the things that we want to do is to get that big picture, that 30,000 square foot or 30,000 foot view, that back of the box, puzzle box view, so that we can say, what story are we telling here? And you can see in front of you, this is something that I created that's called a whiteboard or a mind map or what have you. And what I'm going to be doing here, and I'm going to share all this with you, is this is just a little tool that's very easy to use that lets you add elements and move elements around. And in so doing, you start to develop a better understanding of what you know and what you don't know. Like if I gave you all of these terms from the world from 1500 and I said put them in order, well, then you'd be doing something like this. You'd be moving them around. If I said put the ones that are connected to each other together, then you could start doing that. If I said go into the Counter-Reformation and give me all the causes of the Counter-Reformation or all the people that were involved in the Counter-Reformation, then you could do that, and now you would have a little knowledge package that has a bunch of information you're going to want to use. So I really like this tool, and I'm going to make sure that you have this available to you to be able to start from scratch, but you're also going to be able to have all of the terms from the terminasium or all the terms that we pull out of your study guides to be able to put those up here. But why am I saying that and talking about this in the context of the big picture? Well, I think it would be valuable, and your teachers, of course, do this, for you to take all of the units, right, all of the themes that they're going to be talking about for the year and put them onto one page and say, this is basically what I'm going to learn about over the next 9 months. So you can start to see what you know, what you don't know, where you're strong, where you're weak. And then after every unit, after even every lesson, you can come back and say, okay, I filled in one puzzle piece. The Reformation is no longer a mystery to me. I understand it. And I understand how the Reformation is connected to the Counter-Reformation, and how the Counter-Reformation is connected to the religious wars, and how the religious wars, where are we? And how the religious wars impacted the Age of Exploration, and how the Age of Exploration impacted the slave trade, and how, where else do we have here? I should have something like Age of Revolutions. Okay, so, I have this dug into different places under French Revolution, but what you're seeing is this big picture. And what I'm hoping to do for you is to do kind of a history of the world in 10 minutes kind of thing, or history of the United States in 10 minutes kind of thing, where we take boxes like these and we just say, this led to this, which caused this, which had as an effect this, etc., just so you can hear the big picture. And that way you can see that as your puzzle box and the puzzle that you're going to be spending your time creating over the next 9 months. And then, guess what? If you're missing a piece, if there's something that's confusing, well, now you know, okay, I just need to find out how what the scramble for Africa was and how it was connected to some of these other pieces in order for you to complete your puzzle. So that's a strategy. We're going to call that the puzzle piece strategy until we come up with a better term. And that's something that I want you to do before you start tackling anything, is to see if you can get that big picture and then look at your lesson, look at your reading, look at your watching the video as filling in the pieces of that puzzle. All right? Enjoy.